Hello and welcome back to our final week in this theme of pronouns in our book club. We're excited that you're here and we hope that you have checked out the two videos before this one. If you haven't, you can still go back and look at those, watch them, and listen in on the books that we've been reading. Today, as you know, we are talking about pronouns and understanding why pronouns matter and learning to use them correctly. A person's pronouns are part of their identity, and taking care to use them right shows that you respect them and that you value the person that they are. So, the last couple of weeks, we have talked about pronouns that are used. We also have seen some examples of people in the way they use pronouns. Today, we're going to break down a couple things a little bit more specifically. We are going to be talking about gender identity, or I should say, the difference between gender identity and the way that the sex that you were assigned at birth. And so our book is going to go over that as a little bit. And then we're going to look at this thing here, colorful, called the gender wheel. I forgot exactly what it's called, but we'll look at that in just a little bit. Today, we are reading our book called Who Are You? The Kid's Guide to Gender Identity, written by Brook Pessin-Whedbee. And it's important to ask this question. And this question is asking, who are you? It's an important question to ask because you're the only person who can answer it. You're the only one who knows what you feel inside. And so we're going to get started with our book, but just keep that in mind that this idea about gender identity and how you express yourself is all about you. Let's read on. Our book is Who Are You? Kid's Guide to Gender Identity. It starts with a note for the grown-ups reading this. And here we begin. This is a story about you. The important thing to remember is that you are the one who knows you best. When babies are born, people ask, is it a boy or a girl? Babies can't talk, so grown-ups make a guess by looking at their bodies. This is the sex assigned to you at birth, male or female. Sometimes people get this confused with gender, but gender is much more than the body you were born with. As babies grow into kids, they start to know what they like and don't like. That is your personal expression. What you like, how you dress, and act. There are so many ways to express yourself. What you like can change as you grow up or even from day to day. We know because of all of the books that we've been reading that there are many ways to describe yourself. Some of the things that help us describe ourselves have to do with the languages that we speak, the ethnicity that we are, our family traditions, our family culture, where in the world we're born with. And all of those different things make up a part of who we are. And so if we just think about all of those different areas, including the things we like or don't like, the foods we enjoy, the types of books or movies we like, all of those things make us a very unique person. And so it's important to remember that if each one of us is a unique person who has different interests, different ideas, different upbringings, and different histories that we have to respect others as well. Let's continue on. What do you like? So here is a big bookcase with lots of items on it. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer so you can see some of the items. And if you see something on here that you like, just say it out loud. For me, I like this horsey. I love horses. I also like the soccer ball. I really like playing soccer. Also love the camera up here. I really enjoy taking pictures. As you see, there are so many things that we can like. Here are some more. Some more clothing. Well, I like this pink dress. And I like these yellow rain boots. I also like this skateboard. I can't really skateboard myself, but I like watching it. And I like that cat. I wonder if you can point out the things that you like in this picture. You can just say it out loud or think about it. Kids know a lot about themselves. They know who they are by how they feel inside. This is your identity, who you feel like inside, who you know yourself to be. This can also change as you grow up or change from day to day. Your gender is just one part of your identity, what makes you, you. Some people say that there are only two genders, but there are really many genders. You are who you say you are because you know you best. We see here a teacher writing on a board and it says, I am girl, boy, neither, both, just me. Some people don't use any pronouns. They prefer to just be called their name. For some people, the grown-ups guess right about their body and their gender. This is called cisgender, when someone's identity matches the sex assigned at birth. And for some people, there are more than just two choices. These are just a few words that people use. Trans, genderqueer, non-binary, gender fluid, transgender, gender neutral, agender, neutra, bigender, third gender, and two-spirit. And there are even more words people are using to describe their experience. This is called the gender spectrum. There are lots of ways to be a boy. There are lots of ways to be a girl. There are lots of ways to be a kid. Be who you are. You see different kids wearing different types of clothing. some people wearing wings and tiaras or using swords or tutus. Superhero capes. Be who you are. So now I'm going to pull out. This book actually comes with this interactive wheel. That's what it's called, interactive wheel. And as you can see, it's a wheel, and you can move it around so that it points to different things. So this top wheel says, I have blank body. So here, you could move it to the body that you have. The second wheel around here, I am blank identity. So you can pick your identity. On the outside wheel, this blue one here, it says, I like blank, and that's your expression. And so this is supposed to help teach us that we're not just one thing. We have multiple layers of ourselves. And this wheel is only talking about the way we express ourselves. As we mentioned, there are so many different ways that make us us. And so I put myself here to, I have a body that made adults guess girl. That's my body. My identity is I am a girl. That's how I identify. And then when I go to the expression, I picked these. I know you can't really read them from afar. It says, I like cooking, making forts, experiments, dress up, reading, and trains. That's because I like all of those things. And if you had one of these wheels, you can keep moving it to different parts, and you can talk about some of the things that you like. Because no matter the body we have or our gender identity, we can all like any and all of these things. I know that sometimes talking about pronouns and gender identity can feel like a lot of work. And so I hope that these last few weeks of going through these books and talking about some of the examples and talking about ourselves, I hope it's been helpful to you. This, as I always say, is not the end-all be-all research. You have this wonderful thing called YouTube or Google, and you can work with a parent or a teacher and do more learning about this. Do more research. There are a lot of books, a lot of tools, a lot of websites that can help you learn more about this if you're curious. This might be a journey that you are on. If you are questioning how you identify, how you feel, and we hope that you feel supported on this journey. I also hope that we can help support others on their journeys, whether we know they're on a journey or not. If we can just allow people to be who they are, that also helps us give permission to be who we are. So I hope that you can take some of that information, some of that learning this week, and I hope that you can just know that no matter how you express yourself, how you identify, that you are loved, you are already perfect, exactly the way that you are. Thank you so much for being a part of this book club. And next week, we will be back with a brand new theme. So if you want to reread or rewatch any of these videos that we've done, you can go back and do so. We'll see you again next Wednesday. Bye-bye.